Hello Internet, this is JonTaun for Total Brohammer here, and I'm coming at y'all today with a tournament battle. So, me and all the guys in the Turning Italian Spartacus Discord decided to have a tournament between all of us small YouTubers. So, this is going to be the first match of that tournament, that I am in, at least. And I'm going to be fighting up against Pshyc. Pshyc is a, mostly does Dawn of War 3, I'm told. So, he's not the best player at Warhammer 2, but he's not bad neither. So, let's go ahead and kick it off here. So, it's going to be a best of 5, and there's going to be, we're just going through the group elimination phase right now. I still got, I believe, 3 or 4 more battles to fight before I see if I'm in the next round, but we're just doing this all for fun. There's no prizes or anything. So anyway, we gotta play the same faction throughout the entire tournament, and I chose Empire, it being my favorite faction, and my opponent, Pshyc over here, chose the High Elves. So, all these battles are gonna be with me playing as the Empire, and Sakarma, me and Sakarma can trade out, since we're both part of the same channel. So he may be playing some of these battles too, but we're gonna cast them all, whether we win or lose. Alright, so, army composition. Let's look at what I got here. I got 4 spearmen, 5 swordsmen, 3 great swords, a Reichsguard, the silver bullets, some demigryph knights with halberds, and Boar's Tidebringer up on Angler. For my opponent, he's got 2 Illyrian Reavers, 3 spearmen, 2 Phoenix Guard, 3 White Lions of Trace, 2 Lowland Sea Guard, Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, and Techless, as well as a Mage of High Magic. So we both kind of started out in awkward positions, so we're just gonna move up here and square up. I see these Illyrian Reavers over here. At first, I think they're Silver Helms, so I send my Demigryphs over here. But so I brought a wide army, which I think is how you beat the High Elves. You need to go wide. Got a lot of low tier stuff. And I do believe swordsmen 1-for-1 against spearmen either win or trade very well, being that they're slightly cheaper. But they are swordsman units, so that's to be expected against a spearman. So I see these guys cav over here, and he's moving them over here. And I notice that they're Illyrian Reavers. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to fly over here and go take out his Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. And if these Illyrian Reavers decide to chase, then Boris will be able to beat them in melee. So I'm going to fly over here and go take out his Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. Right now I'm just setting up. I'm starting to take fire, so I decided to charge. And I'm going to try to get my Swordman onto the Spearman, and my Great Swords onto Phoenix Guard and White Lions of Trace. So I'm going to be flanking around with a lot of my other troops. Just to, because I want to get at these archers here. Although they're not going to do the most damage. My silver bullets are hidden, thankfully, so he's going to start firing. My Lord distracts him so that he doesn't fire at my silver bullets, thankfully. Charge my Reichsguard into the front line. I'm going to pull him straight out. As you can see, that charge did quite a bit of damage. That's why I do that. And I'm going out there after that. Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. So we're just going to be doing charging through the front line with these guys, because I don't feel like seeing them all around. And I feel like if we really want to get some damage in through the front line, we're going to have to do some charges. Because these are just swordsmen. And they'll do alright against spearmen, like I said. But these White Lions of Trace will just decimate them. So we're just going to be doing charges in here. Look at that. All the Reichsguard, the Demigryphs, state troops fighting these pompous elves. So he throws down a fiery convocation. I immediately just pull all my guys back. And for the most part, it misses. Almost hits this guy. That could have been bad. Then I charge right back in. And he is not braced for the charge. Not even the spearmen are braced this time. So we do a lot of damage on that charge. I'm just trying to get my silver bullets to shoot at Techless here. They've been shooting at him all game. And he's actually on foot. I didn't notice that in the game. So he's got some Illyrian Reavers coming down here. I really don't want him to get on my silver bullets, so I'm going to detach my Pyramid Knights over here. And he uses another fiery convocation to much greater effect this time, but he also hit his own guys. So he kind of destroyed his Spearmen here for destroying my Swordsmen, and my Swordsmen are cheaper, so that was probably a better trade for me. And I'm just ignoring this guy because, well, these guys got shields, and they can beat these guys in melee combat, I believe, so I'm not too worried about it. These guys are Illyrian Reavers mucking me up, but I'm pretty confident about that trade. We'll get through them eventually, I think. So I got my Demigryph Knights on these Illyrian Reavers. They'll make short work of them. And my As you can see, I got a bunch of fodder troops just holding up all these guys. And I got my great swords in there who are really doing all the damage, as well as my cavalry. I am leaving my cavalry in here too long, though. That is a mistake on my part. So I'm going to go over here and try to terror out these guys. I beat these Illyrian Reavers, so now I'm coming back to these Loudon Seaguard. I'm just going to try to terror out some of these guys, but I'm not going to stay long because there are Phoenix Guard here. And I'm just shooting up this Mage of High Magic. So, as you can see, I made a mistake here. Like I said, my right guard were left in here way too long. They did eventually break these guys, though, so that's really good. And we're just shooting at that Mage of High Magic, well, and it shatters. Alright. So the Illyrian Reavers came back and intercepted my swordsmen again, but two of these swordsmen are eventually going to beat these Illyrian Reavers. They do have better melee stats all around. I'm going to hit these guys in the back, give them a rear charge real quick, and see if I can terrify them all. And I'm going to throw in a charge here with my right guard into these Phoenix Guard. And I do believe I leave them there, unfortunately. My initial plan was to pull them right back out first, but I do forget them as I'm trying to get Teclis over here. I thought he was on a horse, but since he's on foot, horse is actually just going to knock him around a bunch, which is good for my opponent. Alright, so I'm trying to get these silver bullets to shoot into these Phoenix Guard, but we're kind of obstructed. There we go. We got a volley off. I did leave my Reichsguard in there, so that was a big mistake on my part, and they are gone. Another mistake on my part, I left my Demigryph Knights chasing this one Illyrian Reaver, so those guys could have been really helpful in breaking this line much faster too. So big mistakes on my part. I'm really gonna have to watch out for that in the other matchups. Just gotta pay more attention to where I have my troops. As you can see, these low tier troops, mixed in with a couple high tier troops, are really holding these high elf infantry for a long time, which I really like. And look at these swordsmen actually did beat these wounded White Lions of Trace. Without their martial prowess up, the swordsmen actually have higher melee defense than these guys, so that's interesting. So I'm still chasing after Teclis over here with Boris. I just keep on knocking around, and he just keeps on moving around. As you can see, Boris is taking like no damage. Ooh, he does get hit by the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. Guys, I don't think y'all should bring the Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. They are very rarely useful. They just don't put out enough damage. They don't have the volume of fire to really do anything. So, I'm tired of Teclis being knocked around, so I'm going to net him down here and have Boris finish him off. Alright, and you see the net is actually kind of bugged in the second game. Some units can be netted and still move, so it's really quite strange. So Teclis goes down, and from there, the High Elf army shatters. So let's look at the in-battle screen here. Spearmen and Swordsmen. Swordsmen are actually really good in the High Elf matchup. They trade up really well against Spearmen. You can bring a lot of them. They lasted quite a long time against these units too, I'm surprised. White Lions of Trace, they're good units, no doubt, but they take a long time to get through fodder. I don't know if their attack rate is lower or something, but it just seems like it takes forever. So, my great swords did about on par with their White Lions of Trace. The White Lions of Trace did a little better overall. His archers, he needed to concentrate on my silver bullets here. That would have been helpful. And his Illyrian Reavers, he should have just tried to kite my cavalry away, I think. Because, like, if he could have just kited the Demigryph Knights away and took them away from the battle, that's 600 spin, controlling 1500 spin. So that would have been cost effective for him. As far as army goes, I like it overall. I don't know if I would have brought all these Phoenix Guard. Maybe one to deal with Demigryph Knights, but I think I probably would have brought a Swordmaster of Hoeth, and maybe some Silver Helms possibly. Maybe not. I might have just went for these three units I would have gotten rid of though. Except for maybe one Illyrian Reaver, because having a little backline harass is always good. I would not have gone with two Magics Casters either. But a good game to my opponent Pshyc, and I look forward to fighting the rest of the matches with my fellow YouTubers. This is JonTaun from Brohammer signing out.